Welcome to my second part of my largest print and play project ever. Um, it's a ginormous stack of 11 kilograms, and I'm just at not even a quarter. You can look at the cards, so it doesn't take any effort. Um, and I'm just checking for quality. Um, so now here he looks happy, but it's not so happy. Maybe it is, I'm not sure. A little text, and this is why you don't want to print this at home, because if you use a desktop printer, believe me, I tried. For example, this AI card from the Veil. If you print text, a small text, it becomes patchy. Um, Not patchy, but patchy, and you want sharp, clearly readable results. And the only way to get there is to have it printed by a professional printing software company. The forest. Oh yeah, this part was the forest. And some story. Now we get the massive investigator card decks. They are 120, something like that. So this is like a forever pile. They're all identical. The idea is to print all the publicly available investigator cards that are available online without watermark on their backs. So at least I have some kind of fighting chance when playing these campaigns that I also printed. Yeah, so it goes like 109, 100, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 16, 120, 120, 120 identical backs for 10 cents per page. This was 12 euros. Better not to think about that. But well, given the inflation, what can you buy with 12 euros? Well, months of playtime. So I think this is a good value. Moving on to another game that I backed for the PnP version. This is a triple. How do you say it? These are 3 games in one. There's a hand game, and there is a castle defend game, and there is something else. One of them is the last Stronghold. And I did proofread the rule book. They gave some suggestions, but I wasn't that invested in the game. I found it a bit, well, it's a typical Kickstarter quality. So I want to I wanted to support such a ambitious goal, because you pay actually €3 per game, €3.33. But you have to but you have to get the 3. Well, you don't need to get the 3. You can get the retail version, but you have to pay for production and you have to pay for shipping. So all in all, why not have some other company print it out for you? There was some what you always have at Print and Play is then there's always a latest version, and when you print it out there's an updated version. I think this is after several updates the final version. I didn't even bother to check with differences. Well, it sure looks nice. But it's not my first game to build. If you can consider gluing things together and build. Yeah, this looks amazing. It's very good quality and it's nice artwork. So some things are good and some things are a bit silly. I mean, or maybe it will turn alright. Okay. Take out another stack. Okay. So what do we have here? This seems to be a different game, but the same vibe. It has treasure parts, desolate plateau, so it has location, things that you can unlock in a location, I think. Yeah, the plane of fear, shadow more, desolate plateau. So these clearly belong together. Some artless call of teleportation. I don't like this. It should be like so, with colors and stuff. Well, another problem with Print and Play is that you have to. You can say that the thing that you build is indestructible, because when you tear up a card or it gets eaten by a dog, you can always print another specimen of the cards and then glue it together. But that's not true, because there will always be slight color differences, and it has to do with, I think, the quality of the paper and the saturation of the ink that was in the cartridge. So all kinds of practical things that make it theoretically indestructible, because you can never lose the PDF, but you will run into trouble, because you can, especially with blind card backs, you will recognize the difference. So you have to do at least the whole set once more. So apparently this version of the game has tokens. The thing about these, yeah, tokens. The thing about this is that you glue one sheet below it. Actually, yeah, so 1 or 2 sheets, and then also 3 sheets here. Then you glue them together, and you use a quality pair of scissors, because you have to be forceful. The machine can't cut through 6 layers. So the alternative is to cut them out all once, and but then you have to make damn sure that the correct, like so. The correct front and back is aligned. So this is a 10, this is a 5. That's easy. But this is 2 blocks and an arrow down. This is 2 blocks and an arrow down. Okay, maybe I'll do that then. So 3 layers behind this, 3 layers behind the other. This is a bit wasteful. Maybe, oh, the dice faces. Okay, it's a die faces should be. In case you want to, I have some unmarked cubes, and I can give it a try to glue it on them. Select movements, 5 move, different values. Okay. More of that. So it has to do with probabilities, I think. A nice color artwork. Looks really good. Yeah. The Forgotten Road, it's called. Okay. These are the bosses. I think this was the PDFs with the base games and the expansions that all were offered for the measly sum of €10. But you get also the expansions for each of these games, and these games are not that big. It's not Gloomhaven or something, but I think you can get a lot, well, at least several plays out of it, depending on the balance. I have no information about balance. The artwork is all over the place. It's once consistently good, and sometimes it is just seems forgotten or something. Potions. Oh. It has some Diablo references, or any fantasy game. And more dice faces. 3 dices. Ah yes, Destiny Quest. This is Destiny Quest 4, and you can find in the adventure game book a lot of items. And the nice thing about abilities, probably. Okay, you can discover a lot of things in a single book. And what the creator did was add some cards that you can use. So this is apparently ability, and then you can add to your hero sheets the abilities, and you can flip over the card when you use it for that specific combat. And some sensitive material here. Yeah, that's a very creative way to but no cut lines. Horizontal, yes. Okay, so you have to use these as cut lines. It doesn't matter if the backs are if the backs are uniform or not, because the only significance is when the card is flipped face up or face down. So you can perfectly use the fronts to cut out together with the backs. Okay, got it. Abilities: Fireball, First Blood, Fortress. It won't mean a thing, but If you haven't played adventure book, um, or fighting fantasy thing, but I think this will help a lot. That's 26 sheets. abilities. So the next problem is then how to organize it. I think you have a stack of, when you start a game, you have no abilities, of course. To find ability, I think the best idea is to sort them by first letter. I'm making this up and not tested yet. I think this will be the first. So easy to build. Hard to resist. Okay. There are a lot of abilities in a single book. Yeah, I already made several videos on Destiny Quest and why I am so impressed with quality. Okay, next up is some Arkham Horror card stuff. Yeah, this was fan cards. I think if you fold it like so, I think it's upside down then. I have to make sure. I think the small black sun is in the bottom, so I have to cut it first. So, well, we'll see. This is the same kind of thing. Satchel. This is a duplicate. I made these. I cut them out. Well, you'll see later. I'm pretty sure that most of you haven't seen these cards. Dr. Francis Morgan, Book of Potions. So yeah, a lot of text, and it's razor sharp. That's worth something. These are fan cards. Oh my god, this is good. This is one deck dungeon. I love the one deck dungeon because yeah, it has things that you can tick off, and I love ticking off things. And the problem was that I printed this beforehand, but it was too large. It didn't fit in the box. So what I did was I made it smaller, and then the whole JPEG I converted to PDF, and now it should be. The only thing you need to do is to fold the front and backs together. It should fit in the box. Okay, Bone to Pick, Lycan Studios. This Hungarian communications girl from Lycan Studio, Sofia, was very nice, and she sent me for free Bone to Pick. So I thought, why not print it out then? Bone to Pick is some kind of tower defense game that is primarily designed for 2+ players, but there is a solo variant. And the quality is great. Yeah. Nice, well readable artwork. So this is meant to be played from across the table, obviously, and it's designed that way. Yeah, it's great shades of blues, great shades of green. More and more and more and more and more and more. And these are all printed perfectly. No problems there. So you have a huge stack of items apparently. It's a single tier deck, not my favorite. And some final. What is this? This doesn't work. Ah, okay, cool. So these 5 belong to these 5. That's all fine. These 8 belong to these 8. Now you have the monsters. Apparently, for 2 meeples, it's this hit point, 3 meeples is 5 hit points. So plus 2, plus 3, plus 4, plus 5. This means that the game assumes that you can use your synergies more optimally. And obviously these are the bags. Weird Hungarian inspired undead pirates. Okay. Well, since Pirates of the Caribbean, it's a popular theme. Purple, green, glaring green here. Yeah. I mean, €100 sounds like a lot, or 120, but you get a lot of artwork. Also, it's still not just a simple game. This is Airborn in your pocket. It looks very intimidating, but there are very good playthroughs that tell you how it works. There's apparently an outside and an inside, and the idea is that you have to go into the bunker. You're dropped onto the airfield. Your goal is to hop through location squares, and I think, I'm not sure if it has dice or not, but yeah, well, you got to evade the Nazis that are patrolling, and apparently these are some kind of rolls. There are also items. Maybe it presupposes some tokens. I have lots of tokens, of course, spare ones. So to make a nice little box with everything inside. Yeah, it's very good quality. I love it. Oh yeah, here we have the drop zone, and you can go left or right. You can find an ammo dump or barbed wire, and stuff happens, and then you get inside of the bunker. There is armory. So some guy spent quite some evenings designing this, and this is the usual font type, stencil, army stencil. I use it for my own AI as well. Command room. But I had some doubts if all the fronts and the backs were matching. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to build it. Because some tables, these are random tables, I'm not really sure how they should be folded, because I see a solo turn, it's not a solo turn. Camo jackets. Well, you can print out Airborn in my pockets or in your pockets. Not really sure how it's said. For free. It's publicly available. I made a few item sheets extra. And I think you can build it in evening, and you can play several evenings, and then you should be done with it. We get to the next part, and the more Airborn. And these were Phantom. Yeah. Okay. This is upside down. So I think this is enough for today. And well, see you next time.